Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We are back with a new video of the Challenge 38 Ride or Die. This is episode 16. This is literally the episode right before the final is about to start. Finally, I am tired. So I'm excited to get into it. So this episode picks back up where right after Amber and Shotzi are eliminated from Jordan and Anissa's win. Everybody's headed back to the house, and they give like kind of a different scenes of all the teams talking about like going to the challenge, how much going to the final, how much the finals means to them. So we get Anissa and Jordan talking. We see Nany and Banana talking. We also get Horacio and Olivia speaking about going to their first final, and how they're the only rookie pair in the game right now. And then we also, right after that, we get a scene of Fessy talking to Jordan, trying to kind of like planting the seed that.
Well, before that, even within all of the conversations, one thing kept coming up was that Bananas has not been in an elimination, and that basically he skated by. Then we go into Jordan and Fessy kind of, and I guess Devin was there too. He wasn't like in the shot, but he was
I don't know. Like they didn't show. They showed him like they cut away to him, but I don't know if he was there during that conversation. I think he was just somebody who would agree with it, and he had the same thoughts, so they kept trying to put him into the conversation. I was like, I don't know if he's in there. Fessy made a good observation. I mean, he was doing it mostly to save himself, but it is the observation that needs to be said. Banana's been sitting here. He's been easy breezy this whole game. Ain't nobody really thought of him, and he's like, why haven't we been looking at him? I mean, but that's how y'all play every game. That's how y'all play every
season. I don't know why
they do it every season. Like they do it every season. Every season he's on, he gets damn near to the end. They like, oh wait, Johnny's here. Why has he not been in elimination?
But that's what like really any like well-known vet, because outside of this season, Nany was doing the same thing where she was just coasting by. This season, I will give it to Nany. She had to put in the work, because
I don't think they ever think about Nany like that. Like, oh, Nany's here, because no, I think Nany just gets by.
Nany has a pretty solid elimination record.
I think she get by just mostly because of her social game. Her by and Johnny getting by is not the same thing.
Johnny get by just based off of who he is.
I feel like all vets are. I feel like any vet outside of like, once you get like double digits or whatever the case may be, I just feel like they treat you differently. Because even CT the same, even Wes really the same. Like, unless somebody started taking shots at Wes, nobody's going to take a shot at Wes. See, that's the thing. So my point is, I don't understand why Fessy, like, you're playing the game. You had ample opportunity to throw Bananas in.
Because he's trying to save his
own. You were part of that group that didn't say his name. So you can't sit there at the end and be like, so nobody going to say Bananas' name?
Yeah,
you
didn't
even say
because he's never going to. When has Fessy ever been the one to fire the first shot, though?
Exactly.
Come on now. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real, bro. He only firing that shot because it makes more sense. Why would I say somebody else's name who went into elimination rather than say somebody who's never touched it? Because now it makes sense that to save my own ass, let's vote for the one person who's never seen elimination.
Yeah.
As soon as you say somebody else's name, you look sus.
I get what y'all saying, but in the grand, also Fessy, he was. Yeah, I'll wait till we get to that part, but yeah. I get what y'all saying, but I just don't understand why people be confused of the way y'all play the game, because it's like y'all making these decisions, not them. Y'all let Johnny do this. He didn't do it. Y'all
do it every time. Every time.
Yeah.
And y'all see this. Like y'all been seeing this.
So he's been doing it for like 12, 15 years now. Like it's been a long time. He been doing this shit. Like ever since when Johnny won that first challenge, that's when it stopped happening. Like they stopped saying his name.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we said, Devin thinks as well that Johnny should go in. And so when Devin and Tori have their spa day, he mentions it to Tori, like, we should consider, if we win, we should consider Bananas and Nany. But Tori is kind of more reluctant because she's on good terms with all the vets, and that might mess up their game. But she's also like, we need to consider Fessy and Mariah more than them, because Fessy and Mariah crushed that mini final, and they will be more of a threat to us than who am I about to say, than Bananas and Nany. And I agree with that assessment. Like, I think that Bananas should be considered, but we need to forget about him having championships. This season, Fessy has been out here winning, and so yeah, I agree with her.
I still feel like even if Fessy made the final, he wouldn't have won. But
I
that's
don't
just me.
know.
I don't think he would have.
I don't know. This season, I feel, I don't know.
Between puzzles, eating challenge, Fessy wouldn't have won. He barely survived. Like, if Devin didn't
they
help
haven't been doing tough eating challenges like they used to. They don't
Fessy
do it like
they do this one.
That I mean, he was doing it, he was throwing up, but they cheat on these eating finals anyway. They don't even be eating that stuff. They just put it in their mouth and pretend to throw up a lot of the time. So
all I'm saying is, I think Fessy still. I feel like get rid of Bananas at all. Like,
no,
I the whole Fessy thing later, but get rid of Bananas.
No, I think
it's too late now, man. Like, why? I don't understand the concept of trying to get rid of Johnny right before the final. Yeah. Like, you had time. You've had time.
Time to get rid of both of them.
You had time. You had ample opportunities.
Y'all could have kept Kim and Colleen there. It would have been an easy win.
That's what I'm saying.
Kim and Colleen.
What was that?
But then they also, and I think another thing is they also be trying to look at the matchups.
Wait, what'd you say, Savon?
They always look at the matchups. They try to see like exactly who's going to be automatically going in, and they try to think like, can they beat Johnny? And I think that they just be so hell-bent on thinking like, no, Johnny's gonna beat them. It's an easy win. He'll come back and target us. It's like, but just do it just to see. You don't know.
I mean, some of these matchups, I do feel like matchups do play a certain extent. Like, if you got a hall brawl, there's no way Johnny's taking out Fessy.
Well, yeah, because Fessy gonna play dirty anyway, so it's not like.
Even if Fessy wasn't playing dirty, like Fessy is a big boy, like.
But that exactly, but that's the thing.
They smush.
But also for me,
Nany swatted her like a fly.
Right. But for me, I feel like it's something.
Like
Fessy, if you want somebody out so bad, go do it yourself, bro. You big as shit. Go do it. Go do it.
I mean, we learned from Jordan that that's not always the best case.
Look, no.
Bananas and Nany are also noticing that they're like, they can't believe people haven't put them in. Like, these people are stupid. That's what they say. And so, they're hoping people don't notice, but we see this episode that everybody is noticing. So they made such a big deal about this. We knew it was about to be a thing. Like, literally, everybody was talking about it for literally half the episode. I was like, okay, oh. Yeah, so Frozen Senseless for this challenge. Each team member are running in opposite directions. First, they have to dig themselves under their individual walls, and one team member will be heading towards a box where they have to feel around for shapes on 3 separate cubes, and the other team member is going to the platform where there are 3 boxes with the separate cubes, but they can see them. So then they have to meet again in the middle in an ice bath, and they have to the person that felt it with their hands has to relay the shapes in their order to the person that to place them physically on the cubes on the other side. And I thought it was a really good challenge. I kind of felt like I knew who would win just based off who's able to, like, we've seen who can focus, do puzzles, and this seemed like a strength for the team that won. What did you guys think?
I thought it was 2 teams, Tori and Devin and Horacio and Olivia, I thought were like the best teams, well, the teams I was rooting for.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't believe Jordan and Aneesa will ever not win, but I don't see them ever winning. So unfortunately, I didn't really see it for them. And plus, because of the writing on the wall, I knew Bananas and Nany wasn't going to win because,
yeah, they made the edit kind of was like saying they like kind of commented how they weren't really focused. They was kind of not able to get it together, really.
Yeah,
I think it's just they've been around each other too long at this point now. And normally when Bananas and Nany are around each other for too long, they start like not getting along. They start having little tips and tats, and it kind of throws off their focus in terms of winning challenges. They can win damn near every challenge they want to, but the second one of them isn't focused, that fuck up everything for the whole team.
Yeah.
Also, I think it was smart. Horacio did like a little dig, and then he moved like the dirt before he even went to the box. So I think he was setting himself up to make an easy sweep in between or underneath the little podium and whatnot. So I think him and Olivia was playing smart, but I'm worried about their communication in the long haul, especially with like endurance stuff. So I feel like, again, that would be the only downfall to Olivia Horacio. I just don't think Olivia is up to. She's not an anchor like Aneesa and Nany, but she's not up to Horacio's.
She's just a middle of the pack player. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but she would need to be on an excellent team, and I think, or have an excellent partner. And I think Horacio's not there yet to just carry her through everything or make up for all of her weaknesses. Not yet.
Devin and Tori ended up being able to pull it out and pull out the win, and they won the challenge. I was happy about that win. I was literally like, please, either Devin or Tori or Horacio and Olivia, but I really was rooting for Devin and Tori because I feel like they'll be able, from what they was discussing, they were saying the two teams' names who I want in the elimination. So I was like, okay, I just want them because they have for sure thing. You know, sometimes with like the rookies, you don't know. You don't know. They be having, they say stuff and be like, why?
The game is much interesting when people who have power knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
Like when you have people who don't know how to play the game and try to make moves, these big shots, these big swings, and they don't know what they're doing. It's like then you get into like these, like Nurys is a prime example. She knows how to play the game. She was stuck with Nelson, which really I think was a detriment to her. Benefit to Nelson, but yeah. I can't wait till Nurys come back and play an individual game because she gonna fuck shit up. I already know it.
Cause she knows now what she did wrong.
Yeah. And Johnny, if Johnny come back,
Johnny definitely knows what he did wrong. Johnny definitely don't. And if
he didn't have Raven, if Johnny didn't have Raven and Nurys didn't have Nelson,
I don't think Raven was what got Johnny sent home. I mean, she wasn't like a super strong partner, but he was talking too much. He was doing.
But
he was talking
that's
much,
okay.
but he was backing it up too.
Look, we don't. No. Listen. We don't get enough niggas on the show that act like us. I embrace that. I enjoyed that. Let us have that.
I'm okay with him. But I just think he was doing like Corey rookie season. Stop telling people that you don't like it. Stop telling people that you don't like it.
I see. Yeah, it's not that.
Corey didn't have the back. Like Corey wasn't backing up when he was talking. He
was Corey was backing up, but why?
Corey's terrible.
If I'm gonna vote you in, why do I need to be like I'm voting him in? Why do you need to tell people?
But he never said that he was voting people in. All he said is he's not playing the game like these rookies in the past.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong.
Say that to your confessional. Don't say it to the people.
Look, I support that. If you gonna talk shit, stand by it and be a man about it. Don't just say it in the confessional.
Bananas lets Wes know that him and Devin have been really cool, but he don't know if
the whole relationship apparently.
He said what?
Devin and Johnny in the whole relationship.
Yeah, he said they've been they've been BFFs in the house, and
they called a truce. That's what happened.
Know if Devin will like change it up at the last minute, but even if Devin did, I would hope that Johnny.
I feel like if you gotta question it, if you have to question it, you know that is most likely happening.
It's a good smoke screen
enough to know that
it's a smoke screen. That's all it is.
No, but I don't think so. Like he said, like is it a smoke screen where Devin been doing this whole game and hasn't he been just playing us? I don't think it's I've been playing you. We've been cool the whole time. But now it's down to the end, and so.
But I mean,
like
but it's funny because I think he's only doing that now because when him and Wes did the same thing, Wes did it halfway through the game, so it was like Johnny knows it's coming, he just don't know when. But that's why I feel like he asked Wes now because like, okay, well, we're getting towards the end now. He still ain't pulled the trigger. When is he gonna do it, bro? You think this is real or not?
I just feel like Johnny's been in this house, in this game long enough to know that regardless of friendship or not,
Yeah.
You knew you wasn't going to skate to this
This
Yeah,
man
that's what
been
I'm
in the game
saying. Like,
over
I would hope
20
he would.
years and he's still questioning people.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I
Yeah.
hope he wouldn't think like me and you friends. It's not fake. I consider us friends now. We done squashed it. I'm just
Right.
also gonna throw you in. So I hope you don't. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's all
I hope
love.
that you
It's
don't
all
think like
love.
that. Yeah, like it don't make what we done did this whole season fake. I still consider you my friend now. We done squashed it. We like this now. But I want some money and I don't want to give it to you. So I gotta let you go.
That's one thing I can say I appreciate about Devin, because we get into that a little bit in the interrogation when he was speaking to Fessy and Mariah. He was like, it's nothing personal. It's just a game. Like, everything I'm doing is a game move. So, like, you can take it how you want. But that's why I respect Devin, because he plays the game like, yeah, he played the game a little shady, but at the same time, he really straight up with you. Like, he'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm throwing you in. Maybe.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
But
Yeah, ain't nothing you can do about it. It is what it is.
There's a 75% chance you're going in. That's all I can tell you.
Yep.
Just throw his hands.
That's all I can let you know. But yeah, so we in interrogation, and right before everybody comes in, Tori and Devin discuss again, and Tori still say, I think we should do Fessy Mariah, and Devin still say he wants Bananas Nani. So Aneesa and Jordan come in. It was literally, whatever, because we know Aneesa and Jordan not going in. So they say, you're safe. And basically they just kind of get their advice on which team they should throw in. When Horacio and Olivia come in, before they went in there, they had already decided, like, they were going to say, like, to like kind of keep themselves safe, they were going to mention how they will save Aneesa and Jordan, which is what Tori and Devin wanted anyway. So when they mentioned it first, they're like, cool, you will save them. And also Olivia and Horacio have the trump card that they had already saved them last week. So, like, remember I saved you, which was a good thing to have in their back pocket, but I think it was already kind of predetermined who they were going to pick, who they were going to go in. Who was going to go in. And then when Fessy and Mariah go in, Fessy's again trying to, he's like, I'm not throwing Johnny under the bus, but Johnny is a 7-time champion. You need to consider him. He's throwing him under a bus, but he don't want that on his. He like, don't mention like Johnny.
Fessy, the way Fessy thinks he's playing the game doesn't make sense, because, like, how are you going to say, yeah, you throwing Johnny under the bus? That's not even what got me. It was just the fact that, I played 3-4 seasons with you guys and I never said your name. So if you don't want me to take it personally, you wouldn't say my name. Like, that don't got nothing. The way you play your game doesn't have nothing to do with us. Like,
exactly. We people in all the time who ain't never said his name. So what is he even talking about? Literally, you again. I hate to bring it up again, but you literally hate Amber B for no reason. She don't never say your name. So like you're like, that's like you is a hypocrite. Like, I never said anything. Why they keep doing me like this every season?
I really truly think that the fact that she won the challenge before he did really bothers him.
Everybody's down on the sand, and Tori and Devin decide. They say, like, we're gonna take a shot. And I was thinking they was gonna say Bananas, but they say Fessy and Mariah. And I personally think that was the best decision, because I think with Bananas, again, you don't want to burn. I think, thinking about the long run, Devin,
I just feel like it didn't matter.
I mean, it didn't matter, but
no,
you do another game. I think it mattered in the overall. It worked out. But in the overall grand scheme of things, we do another game, Johnny will remember it. So I didn't say his name, but also I got people down on the sand who I got a whatever the percentage is, 66% chance or whatever of the outcome that I won't happen in anyway. So it really makes no sense for me to burn that bridge. And yeah, and also
Johnny has been on record as saying that our relationships start on the next show the way they ended on the previous. So if you burn that bridge on the end of one season, when you go into the next season, please remember that bridge is still burnt, bro. It's not going to change.
I just don't feel like Johnny. I don't know. I still feel like he's semi-retired anyway.
Johnny and Nani pull first. They don't get his blank, and then Horacio and Olivia pull, and they got it, which I was happy, because I was like, okay, it's about to go down. And then Horacio gonna say, okay, these is Anissa and I was like, no, you're not messing with Horacio.
I was Anissa in that moment. I was like, Horacio, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? But then
you know these challenge producers will switch up a rule real quick. He said Anissa and Jordan.
Yeah, they'd be like, you said it, and take back these. Like, yeah, so he says, Anissa and Jordan, I'm sorry for throwing you in last week. You're safe. And I was like, oh, thank goodness, don't play them tricks because MTV will cut you off.
Olivia was even looking like, that's the last time I'm letting you speak.
Right.
I was about to say.
So they save Nisa and Jordan, which is really good. I was worried. And so Bananas and Nani are going in against Fessy and Mariah. So the outcome happened anyway without Devin and Tori having to make any, like, being no mess. They still got what they wanted, which is good. So the name of this elimination is called Bridget, which interesting. It's an interesting name. It is basically they have to, each team is starting on different sides of the platform, and they both have rungless ladders, so kind of like rope ladders, and there are no rungs. They get 3 rungs each, and they have to build it to get to the top. The rungs are not connected to anything, so they have to be really steady and stable as they're climbing up. And once you get up to the top, you hit the buzzer, and you and your team member, and then whoever hits the buzzer first on both sides wins.
I feel like they cheated in this, but maybe I just don't understand the rules. But
yeah, how you feel like they cheated?
Because Nani Peg fell, yet she caught it, so it didn't count for her to go all the way down. I thought it didn't matter if it fell out of place, it was automatic, like you start over.
No, it's just you can't, because you gotta take all. I think you have to have all 3 go to the top with you. So if it falls and you catch it, I don't have to go down and get it. If you could reach from the top and grab it, I'm sure you could keep going too.
I feel like
I felt the same way. I figured I was like, it's fine if you catch it. Like,
yeah,
it's right there. It's still there. I mean, it's like like
it wasn't that if the reason why you had to start over if you fall is because you had to go get it. It wasn't you have to start.
Because you're not. She didn't. She fell, but like didn't fall, and like she caught everything.
I like for it to be fair on both sides. I would like it for it to have been something that Fessy could also complete fairly. But like you said, like just like last week, there are advantages and disadvantages sometimes.
Yeah.
With that. But
I'm on the opposite scale.
But I just like we looking at the elimination with Amber and Anissa. Amber, that was something that was geared more towards Anissa. This is something as Fessy was kind of heavier, but still Johnny is not like some small man.
Johnny definitely like 220 something.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a small man.
Johnny definitely like 220 something. He's not no light dude.
He's still able to complete it. So I don't think it was like something that was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they gave it.
I'm not saying it's not. I just feel like Fessy was more like, I don't even want to say muscle, but he's just structured like muscular.
He's
so
fat.
it's like
he built like a fullback. He fat.
Exactly.
He built like a defensive lineman. I don't like fuck.
Fessy is built like an athlete.
He built like a lineman.
Exactly. So there was no way Fessy would have, like, he's not dainty.
Too bad. Lose some weight. Oh
well. He's more muscle, right?
Yeah, it's all muscle. Like even
do drugs, you lose weight.
No.
But anyway, he's not a dainty, he wasn't going to be able to maneuver. However, I do like that he got, because it goes back to what Jordan said. You sit them down enough, they'll eventually find something and don't come back from it. So I'm glad he got shot a peg and, got to taste of his own medicine, because he thought he was, good at everything. He thought he was the challenge. Fessy is who he is at this point. There's no changing our opinions, because I feel like even when he tries, it doesn't feel genuine. I feel like
I think he tried, and all of a sudden randomly something jump out, and you'd be like, "This is why." Throughout this challenge, we see both teams going up the ladder and the rungs keep falling, but mostly throughout the whole challenge, the real disadvantage, like we said, was Fessy. He never really made it past like the third or fourth step. And
He didn't
Johnny
make it past the second.
Oh yeah. So Johnny makes it up to the top. Johnny makes it up to the top, but he has to wait. And then Mariah also makes it up to the top. So now Johnny's waiting for Nany and Mariah's waiting
Mariah never made it to the top.
Didn't she? I thought she was waiting at the top. Nope. Okay.
Mariah only got to like 6 or 7. She was like halfway and then kept falling down.
Okay. So
Matthew tried to get a team a little.
What?
The elimination was one-sided.
I feel like I thought Mariah had a chance. Okay. And so Johnny's waiting for Nany, and like almost there, Nany's rung falls. But like we said, but she catches it and she's able to continue going. And Johnny and Nany make it, and they hit the buzzer and they win. TJ says, they give the suspense thing, and I'm like, at this point, if it's not the final, just, like, please stop. And so TJ says, guess we're going to the final. So we know now the next episode will be the final. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna spend half the episode talking. It's gonna be annoying, and they're not gonna get the final to the last 10 minutes of the episode, which is gonna be fine. With everybody that's left, my money is on Tori Devin, or I still got hope for Olivia and Horacio. I still think they're
my number 2. Nany and Aneesa, too much of dead weights. I don't see Aneesa doing good at all, unfortunately. And Nany, like we said, she just, unless she really been, I don't know. I just don't feel like her track record just speaks for itself. She doesn't get to that finish line. But yeah, it's really Tori and Devin's final to lose.
Is the end of our review and recap. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, turn on post notifications, and we will see you on our next video, our next challenge video, which will be discussing the first final episode. So we'll see you then. Peace.